Hi, my name is Susan Stotterell, and today I'm going to be reading from Sophia Meets Pedro, which is the prequel to Mission One All in a Day's Work, part of Sophia of the Bright Red Sneakers series. Chapter 1 Boys, Dragons, and Golden Fleece. Sophia McGregor slumped over her laptop in the back row of her fifth grade class at the James Samuel Calder Academy, becoming angrier by the minute. Mr. Bowlerhead is droning on forever. Lunch bell fairy, please ring and end this misery. In her typical fashion, Sophia used what she called a parenthetical to refine her thoughts and secret comments. Class, please pull up the handout for Jason and the Golden Fleece. A subtle rustling occurred as the students moved to pull the document up on their laptops. In this Greek myth, Jason finds the fleece shrouding the branches of a large oak tree like a soft golden cloud. Fiery beams of a sunrise stream through the fleece. The dragon who never sleeps lies waiting beneath a canopy of trees. The dragon who never sleeps lies waiting beneath a canopy of tree branches. He rises to his full height, extends his neck, and hisses with a sound that echoes far into the distance. Clouds of smoke and soot surround his body, while coils of dried skin roil along the ridges of his back. With unbridled fury, he clasps Jason in his jaws. As the goddess Medea appears and charms the dragon to rest, he raises his mighty head once again to clasp the couple in his murderous jaws. Wielding a freshly cut sprig of juniper, she splashes him with a magical potion while she lulls him with her beguiling song. The dragon, spellbound by Medea, falls to the ground. Great story, boring intro. Since all of you young men must be familiar with the various dragons in the Harry Potter series, I wonder if Calhoun can identify which Potter dragon is most similar to the serpent who never sleeps. This class would be tolerable if girl prejudice Bartholomew Smythe, aka Mr. Bowlerhead, would call on me. He thinks only boys know myths and dragons. When Carl didn't even try to answer the question, Sophia became more enraged. What makes a 10-year-old boy so rude that he pretends he didn't even hear the teacher? As Carl's silence continued, Mr. Smythe turned to Robert Hunter, who was much smaller than his other male classmates. He was often the target of the bullies. It can't be Norbert, the Norwegian Ridgeback, because he was a girl dragon. And this one is ugly, not beautiful like the Antipodean opali. Thank you, Hunter. Correct. But please note that all the Harry Potter dragons are from well-known contemporary places, whereas the Sleepless Dragon is from Colchis, an ancient region that much later fell under the rule of Rome. If it existed today, it would be in the country of Georgia, which is located on the Black Sea. Sophia occupied herself with thinking nasty thoughts about Mr. Smythe because he acted like she neither existed nor had a brainstem. She often acted up in class because she was bored, and he always gave her detention. If only she could get even with him by correcting his errors, but he rarely made one. She hated to admit it, but he knew his subject inside and out. But why speak with a fake English accent and dress like an Oxford Don? Smythe dressed in Harris tweed three-piece suit, complete with a pocket watch and chain, even a bowler hat, hence his nickname. He often referred to taking his O-levels at Oxford College at Emory University in Atlanta, Georgia, USA, not Oxford, England, in the UK. Sophia had Googled him on her computer. Brainiac. He attended Oxford College for 2 years before transferring to Auburn University's 4-year program in education, plus earned his master's in social science history. As a committed fan of BritBox, Sophia knew a lot about Oxford and Cambridge. She watched all the British mysteries set in the 1920s and 30s. Talk about vintage clothes. Oh my God! She had Nana's cool clothes from the 60s, but they didn't compare to the 1920s and 30s stuff on BritBox. She'd kill for a flapper dress with a headband and a Rolls-Royce coupe. While reading one of her favorite blogs on New York City history, she discovered there was an old speakeasy in the village. No matter how cool it might be, visiting the speakeasy was out of the question. Mr. O'D would never take me, and even if he did, they'd kick me out because I'm a kid. Class is now dismissed. Sophia, please stay behind for a moment. Mr. Smythe's voice put an end to Sophia's daydreaming. Tomorrow at 8:30 a.m., you are to report to Headmistress Sloan in the faculty library to take a middle school placement test. No detention? Middle school placement test? Maybe skip a grade or two? Wow. Maybe he doesn't think girls are dumb. I hope you enjoyed that.